bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Welcome to the Republic of Me. My name is Ivana, and this is a channel where I share my creative journey and some parts of my life living on an island in the Mediterranean. I don't know if this is the perfect time to start recording because I know the kids are about to come back from school at any moment. But because it's always kind of chaotic in the house, and I don't really know when is a good time to record or not. So I thought I might as well just start, and I might have to record the episode over a couple of days so I can cover everything that I wanted to share and to answer some of the questions that you guys left in the last episode. As promised, I said that I'm going to recap a bit about myself this time. And one of the main questions that I got in the comments is about where I live. Well, I live in Cyprus. Cyprus is an island in the Eastern Mediterranean. And even though we are part of European Union, geographically the island itself is more in the Middle East. We are very close to Lebanon and Egypt, more so than to the mainland Europe. I'm not Cypriot though. I came here when I was 13 years old. I'm Serbian, and like many people and families at that time, due to the civil war that was happening in the Balkans, in the ex-Yugoslavia, from both sides, like many of the families, we have left the country and we came here. I'm going to be 42 next month, so pretty much most of my life I have spent here, apart from a couple of years that I did my university in New York. But the rest of the time, since I was 13, I spent here. And not to I don't want to get political about Cyprus, but just so you get the idea in case you don't know, the island itself, Cyprus, is divided into two parts. So the northern part is Turkish part, and the southern part, which is the Greek part. I live in the Greek part, in the southern Cyprus. Cyprus is beautiful. As what is going on? I don't cough all day, and then the moment I start recording, it's like I have a frog in my throat. Cyprus is beautiful, as you see on the videos that I put at the beginning of the episodes. The climate, it's warmer than the actual Mediterranean climate because we're so southern. It's more, when I looked at the climate maps, we're more subtropical. And it's a lovely place to be. It really is. It's home. When I asked you what would you prefer, longer videos or shorter videos, recording more often, or once a month or so, you've been very kind. Pretty much every single person told me that I should do as I feel, and that you really enjoy the videos and that you're going to watch no matter what. So really, really thank you for that. It made me feel relaxed in the sense that, well, it's not just that, but I am getting more relaxed. And Carrie from Scotland, she asked me whether this recording more often made me feel more comfortable in front of the camera. It did. It really did. But I don't think that it's only that. I think it's the constant communication that I have with you in the comments. And that's exactly what I answered to her. It's like people that are commenting all the time. I'm starting to feel like I'm actually having a conversation with somebody. Like friends that I didn't meet before, but that I'm actually having a conversation with somebody rather just talking into the lens. And I think that is the part that made me more relaxed, more so than the actual exposure to the camera. The idea for this channel came kind of unexpected sometime last year, and it started off as a joke, really. Mario and me, we were messing with the kids, and we kind of made a bet that we both make YouTube channels, and who gets more subscribers. Even though at the beginning I didn't give it much thought, it was just a joke. As the time progressed, I started thinking about it more and more. And the idea of sharing the things that I do and recording them as a journal for myself as well became more appealing. And I also thought that it would be a good thing for me to kind of keep myself accountable as far as the things that I make and the things that I do. Not in the sense that I make it as work, but just to get organized. Because ever since I closed my business a couple of years ago, I spoke about that in episode 4, I believe. Ever since I closed the business, I've been at home, and basically I've been in my pajama for the past 3-4 years. And I thought maybe if I start recording this journal, this podcast, maybe that will kind of give me a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a push to get out of my pajamas, put on mascara every once in a while, and just kind of create kind of a structure in my daily life. Now, the irony of it is that I started the channel when the whole shitstorm hit the whole world, and the main idea, well, one of the main reasons to get myself out of my pajamas and to put structure in my life, the irony of it is that instead of me getting out of my pajamas, the whole world got into theirs. As far as the name, The Republic of Me, that's a different story. I used to run a business, and I was quite good in creating brands. And when I would have an idea for a brand, I would always have everything ready in my head. The products that it would make, that it would sell, the packaging, the colors of it, the look, it would all be ready in my head. And I would have the names as well. So I had this 1,000,001 registered domain names, and among them was the Republic of Me. So even though I'm not at the moment creating a brand, I thought to use that one because it seemed the most appropriate for what I'm doing right now. Because the Republic of Me, it wasn't the Republic of Me. It wasn't the Republic of Ivana. the idea of the republic, the actual definition of the republic, and I'm going to put it on the screen now because I don't have it next to me, but paraphrasing is that the power is in individuals rather than one leader. And that appealed to me because we tend to be grouped so much into kind of molds that if you're an artist, you dress a certain way. If molds that, yes, they're stereotypes for a reason, but we are not as two-dimensional as that. And we tend to have, I find like that. I know that I have, but I'm sure that you do as well. Interests that vary, that don't necessarily go with each other in a typical sense that you would imagine. I said it in the first episode. I'm an artist. I paint. I work with fiber, but I also trade financial markets. And it's two completely different things, but that's what I do. That's me. And like so many other people, rather than putting us in a certain template, I thought the word republic was a proper word to use. And of me, that meant of you, of all of us. You know, when they say like buying the craft supplies is a completely different hobby to actually using them? Well, that is my weak spot. The difference is that I do use them. I do actually use them all the time. And well, what happened now? A couple of weeks ago, I was placing the order for wool, and Mario told me, babe, place the order now, sooner than later, because we don't know what's going to happen with the channels and the shipping. How is it going to be? Whether, because the whole situation. So place the order now, so you have for the winter and so. Well, I did. So couple of days ago, I received about 20 kilos of wool. Goes against everything that that I've been talking about until now. But that's what I did. And I feel like a kid in a candy store. Because this time I ordered some different fibers that I want to try out. And I really want to play with blending them. So I got, apart from some of the regular wool that I order, the blue-faced Leicesters and merino, I got some camel, some yak, different colors of llama, different shades of alpaca as well. And I'm really looking forward to blending these fibers and playing with them. I also got some silk. I'm really looking forward to playing with them, but they're all natural shades. And what I'm looking forward to, finally to say it, is blending those fibers and seeing the different feels, the materials that I'm going to be able to get, as well as the different shades that just combining, blending natural fibers can create. Because those are my favorite colors. I mean, you probably know by now, but the natural shades are my favorite colors. So all of the things that I ordered are natural, undyed, except merino, which I ordered in black as well. Because in order to make some very dark yarn, or if I want only black yarn, if I blend, let's say, natural black alpaca and natural black llama, the actual wool, the sheep wool, I haven't found one that is purely black. Usually the black one is just kind of dark brown. So that is the only exception, and I did order black merino, but the rest is just natural shades. From the previous order, I have quite a few of Coriadel, but it's woolen prep. It came as slivers, different colors, and those are the ones that is the wool that I spin to use in the baskets that I make, because somehow it comes out more rustic than normal Coriadel, not normal Coriadel, than comb top prep, and I have quite a bit of that. But I don't mind working with rustic wool, but that's not necessarily something that I would wear. And I decided to try something else different with it. I'm using it for my baskets, but I'm making a carpet. I'm making like a rug for the side of the bed. Initially I thought as a Christmas present for someone. It might be, but right now I'm not thinking about that. I'm just working on it. So the yarn that I'm talking about is you probably can't tell on the camera, but it's quite rustic. It's quite toothy. It's quite dry, which works perfectly for the baskets. And I thought that it was going to work perfectly for the carpet. I'm doing a color work rug, and I'm going to leave it, I'm not going to stake it, so I'm going to leave it in the round and just connect both sides, so it gives it a very squishy, kind of bouncy feel because it's thick. I'll show you. You probably can't tell like this because it's all scrunched up on the needles. But once this is stretched, I think it goes to about 70 centimeters. So I still have a way to go. But once I connect them, it really does give a very, very squishy feel. And I think it's going to look beautiful. It's the first one. I never made a carpet before, but hey. Another new fiber that came with this order is that I never worked with is Polworth. And oh my, I'm really, really happy with it. But then again, I say that about most of the fibers. This is so soft and silky at the same time, and it also gives a halo like Angora. I never worked with it, but it's really, really special fiber. It's only in white, and I have some footage of me spinning it, which is probably going to be in the few weeks in making segment. A lady asked me where I get the wool from on the island. I don't. Cyprus, it's a developed island, but it's not always easy to find the things that I need for my art and my craft. Or like for example, when I needed a laser cutter, needed it when I wanted to buy a laser cutter, I really couldn't get it here. There were some options to order from abroad, obviously, but they're big, they're heavy, from UK, from China. But then again, I thought, okay, what happens with the service if anything goes wrong? And so what I did, I had my kids' robotics teacher, robotics and physics teacher. They actually built me one. So they got all the parts that they needed, and they built me a laser cutter. So now whenever I have a problem or whenever I need something, I can always contact them and they come, because we're also friends, and they sort out the actual laser cutter. But it's very difficult if you have specific interests that are not mainstream to get things here, and spinning wool is one of them. Also, as far as yarn is concerned, there is like 2 shops in town where I am that sell yarn, but it's really not that large of a selection. I think one of them sells only acrylic, and so I don't get the wool here. I would love to get the wool here, but I can't. Maybe I'll do some more research, but from what I know, there is nobody that sells the actual wool. And if anybody knows anything different, please do let me know. So I order my wool from, well, most of the times. This particular order was from World of Wool in UK. And pretty much I've been happy with the quality of their fiber. There were some one-offs that were not that great, and but overall I'm quite happy with them. So this order came, and because all the fiber is kind of packed, almost vacuum packed in bags, and it fit in one big box. But now I'm so afraid to start opening it, because when I open it, all the air is going to go inside and it's just going to expand. But because there is so much of it, I'm afraid that I'm just going to disappear in this room, that it's all going to go poof, and that I'm going to drown in the fiber. I started making some Christmas gifts. The socks, I did manage to see my sister. The socks that I gave her, she loved them, and she sent me a picture, and she says she's not getting out of them. And then she asked, or she suggested, maybe if I can make her another pair for Christmas. I didn't start on those yet, but I am making some other Christmas gifts now, and I'm not showing them on this episode. Maybe I'm gonna show them a bit closer to Christmas, but I'm not showing them now, just in case someone that I'm making it for watches the videos. So I hope you're well. I hope that this October that passed, that started, it ended with a full moon, illuminated and ended all the things that needed to end for you, and that you can start now anew, and that things get better from now on. I hope that you're finding your center. I hope that you are happy. At least that you are in peace. So until next time, thank you, and I'm gonna leave you with that and a few weeks in making. Bye for now.
Secondhand, I felt a bit forgotten. Not your plan, but now the days of silence outgrow the fun things we have done. But tell me, do you wanna carry on? Plants don't grow without water, and they cave when it's cold. We could go till we're older. Put your head on my shoulder, and let's enjoy the ride. When we started, our wishes aligned. Let's just live life.